here we are on the way to Tzfat. Just entered a tunnel. We're, I don't know, like 10 or so minutes past the stop. It's called a refreshing station. It's got a gas station. It's got a whole bunch of other stuff. And, well, I noticed the, they call it the scenery. It's kind of nice. Plus, when I'm chewing on these pistols, I'm getting terrified I'll break a tooth. It's not like when I was a kid, where I didn't quite care about such things, and quite frankly, I don't remember ever breaking a tooth as a kid. Had all my teeth pulled, well, my baby teeth, but I don't remember ever breaking a tooth. Not till about five or so years ago. First time I ever remember breaking a tooth. It's okay, the first time I ever broke a bone, fractured a bone, was like 2012. Anyways, it's kind of nice scenery, so I thought I'd share it. And instead of doing a minute and a half WhatsApp video or a bunch of those, I thought why not do like half an hour of, straight videoing and put it on YouTube. I got my drink and the lid doesn't fit properly. I didn't notice it when I was buying it, so it kind of spilled a little. I wiped it down with a baby wipe. I had like a third of the bag of Bisley, remembering that according to Allah, a certain amount of grain product, even if it's not bread, could be considered a meal. I remember in 2008 going to Tzfat and getting the exact same bag of Bisley pizza flavor, big bag, 200 gram, and that was basically a meal. It was satisfying, more or less, 200 grams of, wheat grain product. Hey, look, here's another tunnel. Especially since I can't really afford implants. While I was in line, I was looking at the croissants. And I was like, well, if I had that, that'd definitely be a meal, right? Maybe I should have got a croissant test. I wasn't sure they were kosher. I do like the scenery. Reminds me of when I was a kid. I used to travel Toronto, Ottawa, Toronto. Go visit my grandparents. Just love watching the scenery go by. Countryside. Occasionally see some cows, occasionally see some horses. I see sheep on a semi-regular basis here in Israel. You get some, I guess it'd be Druze Arabs. They have flocks of sheep, herds of sheep, or whatever you want to call them. Semi-regularly. Usually very close to the Yishuv. Occasionally in the city itself. A couple of days ago there was police horses. What's the most wild domesticated animals in Israel? Lots of wild cats. Where I live there's like a wild fox. It's pretty small. Wouldn't be surprised if it preys on some of the cats. But, probably doesn't need that much. Probably, one cat to sustain it for, like a week. Some people like to adopt these stray cats. You check on Secret Jerusalem on Facebook. There's people looking for cats to adopt. Want to give away a cat. I wouldn't mind a cute puppy. From some breed that wouldn't get too big. Doesn't shed too much. Relatively easily house trained. Doesn't make too much noise. There's one that kind of looks like the what's his name? Foggy from Muppets, but it's much smaller. Got like a brown fur. Kind of looks like a carpeting. It's kind of puppy I wouldn't mind getting. But quite frankly, probably better off getting him like the beginning of summer. It's not raining too much or not too cold outside. Because I basically want to leave it outside. Training it wouldn't be so much fun. But taking it for walks would give me an excuse to go for walks on a semi-regular basis. Feeding it would be interesting because dog food can be very fairly expensive. Walking in the heat would probably be problematic. It doesn't rain constantly in the winter, but it rains enough that you can't just leave it outside. It definitely gets cold enough you wouldn't want to leave it outside. You wouldn't want to mistreat the animal. I don't know if it's a biblical precept, but it's definitely a rabbinic thing. Don't mistreat animals. North America recently got into it in the last 100 years. But before that, it was probably just individuals who cared about the welfare of animals. I mean, I don't particularly care about the welfare of animals I don't know about, but if an animal is under my control, I want to treat it well. You know. Begs the question, am I smoking? Because technically my body is my animal. I try and treat my body right, but there are some things that are just beyond my stored ability. It's like I don't brush because, well, I'm habituated not to. And then in Israel I find the water in the toothpaste, even with like Sensodyne, it's too sensitive. Occasionally I use mouthwash, but I was talking with another smoker the other day. I noticed their breath like stank. Imagine that's why girls don't want to be near me, don't want to date me, don't want to kiss me, don't want to marry me. It's going to be a long time before things improve to the extent that, I mean, don't get me wrong, I look in the mirror, I like who I see, but I don't respect who I see. I just like who I see. There have been other times in my life where I've respected who I saw but not liked. There have been a few times in my life where I liked and respected who I saw in the mirror. But I suppose that depends on who my circle of influence is. I'd say the higher caliber of people that I'm around, the more likely I'm to respect and like myself. But as I get older, I'm not really sure who or what a higher caliber of person is. You know, I meet street people, I'm like, well, I've been a street person, you know. And I meet, you know, let's say wealthy people, and like, I don't know, it seems to me that's from God, because, I mean, let's say they're really smart. God must have made them smart. If they're really wealthy, God must have made them wealthy. Same as me. I'm not so smart, and I'm not wealthy at all. God must have made me the way I am. People who are capable, I don't really know what capable is. You get artists, it's like, yeah, that's definitely not their creation. They didn't make themselves into artists. And even on some level, you can consider what they're doing stupidity. You know, God imbued them with a sense of whatever, and to an onlooker, it might have looked stupid in the beginning, but after enough people found their product, their art, to be enjoyable to look at and to own, they can recognize that it's not a stupid thing. And the afterlife isn't necessarily good. I don't know. The afterlife, God might give them a special person and say, you bring a lot of pleasure to a lot of people. I don't think I bring pleasure to a lot of people. Supposedly giving charity will give the other person, give the giver wealth. And in other rabbinic writings it says that charity will save from death. Which theoretically, you know, somebody's on the street and they get ignored, they could just die. But if people give them, you know, a little bit of charity, you know, they can take care of themselves. little bit. I don't give a lot. I try and give about 10%. I'm not very good about giving what goes to my bank account 10% because I really don't know any poor people who have bank accounts. I know organizations, but I don't know that they're actually, like last week I sent a shekel to Ish Torah, and the week before that I sent them like $1 and change. Back in Toronto, I used to have like a list of organizations, and I would get like $1 a day or a couple of dollars a day to a bunch of different organizations. But as I get older, I'm not really sure which organizations really qualify. You got that Brady organization, or Brady Foundation. I saw a plaque for them in the hospital at Sophia. And I sent them $1 online on PayPal, and they refunded it. Either they don't need it, or I don't know what. And it's Tzfat. I estimate about another hour and a half. Arrive somewhere around like 2 p.m., 2:15, something like that. Plan is to go to the Aries Mikvah. Only ever been there once in my life. That was like 5-6 years ago. And then go to Ariel's place, and I don't know what I'm going to do after that. Just chill out, veg out. He's remarried, he says. He's got some stepkids. I doubt I'm that good of an influence, but I don't know. It's got to be different than hanging out in Adam. I wonder what I'm passing here. McDonald's. I wonder if it's a kosher McDonald's. I could check in Google, but I don't have two phones on me right now. My other phone's at home. I don't carry two phones on me. I thought about bringing the other phone, but the other one only connects to Wi-Fi. I mean, theoretically, I can make an internet hotspot with my phone. But I think there's actually internet on the bus. Yeah, but I really only need the one phone. I have no idea where we are. If I had the other phone, I guess I could look up where I am right now. If I wasn't videoing, I guess I could look up where I am right now. It's the way it's Tzfat. Bus driver knows the way. The girl sitting behind me and also going it's Tzfat. I know that I'm on the right bus. Didn't really ask anybody else. Check the sign again on the bus before I got on after the break. Just double check. You don't want to get on the wrong bus on a Friday afternoon and be stranded. You wouldn't want to get on the wrong bus ever, right? Let alone on a Friday afternoon, you want to be stranded. God knows where, no stores open. I don't have a credit card that I can stay at a hotel, whatever. I don't have an idea. I couldn't even stay in a place supposed to take cash in this. It's a really grungy, dungy place. The only place I know like that is the Cons in the old city of Jerusalem. We tried reaching out to Ascent when my friend Ariel wasn't answering his phone. But they went straight to their automated system. Apparently they don't have automated reservations, definitely not on a Friday. I mean, if you're close with the owners, theoretically you can get a place to stay there anytime. If you're not close with them, then they do you a special favor. In fact, when I stayed there in 2008, it was amazing that they let me stay there for Sukkot free of charge. I went there for Shabbat at my foster brother's suggestion. And then Saturday night, Motzi Shabbat, my lighter's like, dance with me, dance with us. I'm like, I'll dance with you on condition you give me a scholarship for us to go. Because it was like, like $250 a night or something. So, for 8 days, that's like 2,000 shekels. And it's like way outside my budget. Even today, it's way outside my budget. Like, I'm trying to save up for a tooth implant. That's going to cost me like 10,000 shekels. Not to mention, these bisleys, and I'm worried I'm going to break a tooth and it's going to require another, crown or whatever. Always the worry of what things are going to cost. That is, my day-to-day expenses. If I didn't have to think about the future, I'd blow all my cash right away. I wouldn't worry about getting robbed. I think these are solar panels. In some Bisley pizza flavor. In this stuff since I was a kid. Oh, not necessarily pizza flavor. Yeah, probably. I think they've had Osim Bisley in Canada since I was a kid. More than 30 years. Guy in front of me with a kippah. Sage guy over there. Sage guy over there. Probably a Sage guy over there, or at least a religious guy over there. Two kids sitting by me. The boy looks like he's 7 or 8. The girl looks like she's also about 7 or 8. She looks bigger than him, but they both look like they're about 7 or 8. It's hard to say exactly how old they are. Plus, I have no reason to talk to them, so I didn't ask them. Going to Tzfat, taking a Nativ bus 993. Not direct, it stopped over at one place, door alone. I don't think there's a second stop. But this will be the first time in years that I've been on a bus this long. I was thinking about going to Tzfat a few weeks ago, or a few months ago, but the directions that I was getting took me to a bus stop that apparently wasn't going to. So I guess the next time I think I know where the bus stop is. I seem to have moved it in the last couple of years. It's no longer by Binyanei Uma. Now it's by Givat Shaul, next to the gas station there. It's called Shar Shalim Ben Gurion. It's a nice bus stop. It's got some sun cover. After the second set of tarps fell apart, these ones from AliExpress and previously from the Arab Shop, I was tempted to get the tarp from Ace, which is basically a hardware store in Jerusalem. They might have multiple branches in Israel, I don't know. The price wasn't bad. It's like 160 or 170 shekels for a tarp that could cover like the whole front yard. After twice, it's basically a chazaka that tarps ain't gonna do it. I don't know, maybe I will, maybe I won't. If there was the possibility of going to the store to see the quality of it, I would do that. But it's only available on the website. Tried to order it actually once. I put in my card information. The screen just reloaded blank. No indication that the order had gone through. Holy shit, there's a lot of smoke up there. I was afraid to enter my card information and do it again. God forbid get charged twice. I checked my bank balances and haven't been charged by them, so I suppose theoretically I could try it again. I don't know what's going on over there. There's a lot of smoke. If I had to... No, this is not the Dead Sea, I don't think. I don't know. Is it Yam HaMelach? I don't think it's the Dead Sea. Might be. I don't know. I have no idea what this is. It's the first time looking at it. There's a lot of smoke. It's like passing Hamilton. All the steel mills. Weird fire. I think for all I know that's already Jordan over there. I don't know. I don't know my geography. I know when I went to Tveria, somebody was pointing out to me that the other side of a fence, which is like a couple, like 10, 20, 30 meters away, the other side was Jordan. So for all I know over there, it's Jordan. Or Egypt. I have no idea. Some places Israel is very close to its Arab neighbors. I'm amazed they allow any Arabs in the country to live here at all. Do they need them for certain jobs? I suppose. It'd be a very different country if there were no Arab workers. It might turn out to be more of a utopia. I don't know. The Arab neighbors might have a problem. Where are you going to put them? This is an age-old question. It's like, where are these Arab people from? Are they native to the land? I don't know. If you go back to biblical times, there were like 7 or 10 nations living in the land. Were they all driven out? I don't remember. My knowledge of biblical information is not that great. I focus on the parts that interest me, like, Adam and Eve, and how God says, man needs a woman. Did my father survive for 25 years without a wife? Yes. Does that mean he necessarily didn't have a girlfriend all that time? I don't know. I mean, he worked around women. I know he had female acquaintances and possibly female friends. I have very seldom had female friends in my life. I'm very ticked off that me and my sister don't have a good relationship. Me and my mother don't have a good relationship. Because it means chances are I'm not going to have a good relationship with any woman the rest of my life. Or my foster mom. My foster mom couldn't maintain a positive relationship with me. It's just, for all intents and purposes, cut it off. You got my first girlfriend's mother in Florida, and sends me a little bit of money here and there. Because she feels bad for me. I don't know. I'm the black sheep of my family. My older brother is on his second marriage, but he's got 3 kids, 4 kids from his first marriage. Relatively successful business person. I wouldn't say he's rich, but second brother's a rabbi. He's got like 3 kids, 4 kids. My sister's religious, and she's like a life coach, eating coach or something. Out in Carmiel. As far as I know, they're religious. I don't know how they're doing financially, though. I don't know how anybody's doing financially. Some my oldest brother's doing okay. So my parents are doing okay. My mother's on pension. She's probably got a little bit of savings. She's got an apartment or a condo. My dad's got a condo. I'd say recently remarried. It's like 6 years ago. He worked for like 30 odd years, accountant. Can't imagine how much he saved, but you know, assuming he had good financial advisors, maybe he could have saved a few million. Inflation's going up. Money ain't what it used to be. And healthcare is. And my dad's parents lived to their 90s. You know, my dad might live to his 90s. That's, you know, another 20 odd years. My mother's parents lived to their 80s. Here's my mother another 15 odd years. You know, maybe by the time my parents pass away, maybe I'll develop some maturity and be ready and willing to say Kaddish for them. I know if you would have asked me a few years ago, I would have said, no way. But I don't know, I'm starting to develop an appreciation for ritual. Maybe because I don't have a career. Or maybe just need some sort of meaning in my life. It's just so little. You know, I looked at TV and movies and other media. A healthy relationship with a significant other seems to be a major theme in a lot of TV and movies. But how to be in that relationship, I have no idea. The fight of good versus evil. But it's another subject that baffles me. Because, you know, I look in our books, at least the ancient ones, Torah, Navi, etc. When I look at reality, it's like one guy I know in passing. He says halacha is like the final say or something like that. Oh, there's so much more. There's the approach. I don't know. I suppose if I grew up in a closed-knit community, I'd have had an arranged marriage to some extent. My parents would stay together. Probably would have known all of my sister's friends. And again, maybe not. Maybe I would have gone into foster care either way. Maybe I was that problematic, that troubled. I really don't know. Gas station. We just passed one on the other side, but apparently you can't get to this one on this side of the street. You'd have to, I don't know what. There appears to be a smudge on the window there. I thought it was on my phone. Smudge on the window. Let's see if I can point out to you. Just closing my bottle. I was taking a schluck. Smudge right there. I think that's on the inside. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Rounding a turn. I wonder how old is highway there. Israel is constantly growing, constantly renovating, and this country is, you know, barely, not even 80 years old, but people have been living in Israel since time immemorial. Jews have been living here since before we were called Jews. Well, if you catch me in one of my bad moods, I'll just tell you, it's a biblical story. But then again, how can I be claiming to be Jewish? It's just a biblical story. Call it cognitive dissonance in a bad mood. focused on my problems and angry at God. We tend to agree with, my rabbinic tradition, my Orthodox tradition. Do I necessarily keep it? No. Like for instance, I don't remember making a blessing on the Bisling meeting. I brought on the Bisling that time. Shortly after starting it, I said Tefillah Derech, the prayer for travel. As a family, we travel to Ottawa. So we go to Buffalo or anywhere relatively long distance. You'd say that prayer, you'd say that blessing. I was reading earlier, got a couple of pages in Mysterious Island before we pulled into the rest stop. If I didn't need to pee, I might not have gotten out. I probably would have gotten out to smoke anyways. Other than the need being a lot less than it used to be. A lot less. To a certain extent, being relatively poor has its freedom. Lawless, concerned about manage. On the other hand, going to some place, I've only ever been there like 3 times in my life. And God forbid my friend hadn't gone back, or some emergency came up. Well, I'm not really sure there are any hotels in Tzfat. Plus, it's a relatively religious neighborhood. They might have booked up or closed for booking come Friday afternoon. The last booking Thursday night or Friday morning early. It's already 1 p.m. Speaking of, I can't wait for my new watches to show up. I really hope that tag here is waterproof. Fake tag here, still. I hope the fake Breitling is also waterproof. Really plan on wearing the shower. Just 70, 80 shekels. Worst case scenario, throw it out there. I'd rather not. It does look like a nice watch. Black band, black fade, black. I don't know what you call it, the body of the watch. Face, yellow face with 3 dials. Should be relatively nice. Okay, so keep videoing. Yeah, I think we'll stop video. Go back to my book. Okay. Hope you enjoyed my video. Hope you didn't find my monologue too boring. Take care. Bye-bye.